Where's this?
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
Assemble.
What is up, YouTube? It is your friendly neighborhood movie nerd. Now, I know you guys are wondering, where has he been the last couple months? I know none of you guys are wondering that, but I'm dropping, I guess you could call this is my version of a holiday special, because what I'm doing for the last month of the year, and by default, the last month of the decade, God, it's so crazy for me to think about it that way, is I am giving you guys a little bit of a treat. Because rather than just doing what I used to do, which was drop a review once a week, instead, with the exception of weekends, you guys are going to be getting one review from me every single day up until the end of the year. So this is my fall batch. So this is pretty much every single film that I've seen from about September until now, with a few exceptions overall that I have deemed unworthy of my own very elevated and the only worthwhile opinion listening to on the internet. So overall, yeah, this is the fall batch, and by default, the last batch of reviews that you will have seen from the movie nerd for the 2010s.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Starting up, we got Joker.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you.
Everyone's favorite sociopath is back to wreak havoc in the new film from Todd Phillips. It's a one-off, set in the DC universe, and yeah, I didn't like this movie. Not at all. This is going to shock a few people here. But yeah, Joker I found to be very surface level, very shallow. I feel like in terms of actually getting into a lot of the themes that it claims to be getting into, in terms of, you know, being the symbolic sequel of sorts to Taxi Driver and the King of Comedy, Todd Phillips has cited Scorsese as a big influence to the point where he has Robert De Niro playing the talk show host that Joaquin, oops, spoiler, kills at the end of the movie. And man, let me tell you something. The first hour and a half of this movie is one of the most boring things I've ever sat through. It feels like a lot of the time Joaquin is just being given no direction and is mostly just kind of doing his own thing, which sucks because that really takes away from the moments that he is giving a legitimately great performance.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
A lot of points in this movie just feel like it's just repetitive for the sake of being repetitive, is just to emphasize, oh, look how crazy this guy is, but in a very phony Hollywood feeling kind of way. Nothing here feels very genuine. Nothing here feels like it's made to empathize. And I think the main problem of that comes from the fact that, with the exception of the character of Murray Franklin, portrayed by Robert De Niro, no other character in this movie really provides an alternative point of view. So even though you're supposed to empathize with this guy, even though you don't really like the actions that he's doing, because every single other character in the movie is so much more despicable than he is, and not in a relatable, understandable way at all, in a very phony Hollywood feeling kind of way, it becomes less of a movie about trying to emphasize with a guy who there really never was any hope for to begin with, based on the scenarios that he grew up in and the type of people that he is associated with his whole life, but more so just a matter of, oh, why is everyone being so mean to Arthur? The last act, people have cited it, some have cited it as being great, some have cited it as being just annoying. Me, I'm just like, it's the most tense moment in the movie, but considering the fact that the rest of it was just so boring, I didn't really care. So yeah, Joker, good overall performance. It looks good, good production design, good cinematography, good score from Hildur Guðnadóttir. I think that's how her name is said correctly. She absolutely deserves the Oscar nomination, but overall as a film, Joker was a very lackluster effort.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?